Don't you miss? Our guest in the studio this afternoon is a movie man, so we thought we'd impress him with some nice movie music over there. That classic hit from Mission Impossible, and almost a Mission Impossible getting here this afternoon for you, Sasi. Welcome to TraXXfm.
Thank you. I'm very delighted to be here today to meet you guys. And yes, it was a terrible traffic jam.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta agree on that.
Right.
Traffic today is just terrible, but you know what? We're not going to be talking about traffic because I want to talk about Sasi for a bit.
All right, tell us about him.
Sasi is a movie director as well as an actor himself. He's taken on very iconic roles such as Banjo. I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners know who Banjo is.
Really? Okay.
Right. And of course, he also directed 3 Malay Tele movies featuring titles such as Kasut Emas, Cinta Dalam Botol, and Gadis Tinju. He also directed a Merdeka special drama series titled Saga Padang Temu, set between 1935, a period movie, and 1955, a Chinese New Year drama, Falling to You in Mandarin. So Sasi has worked in all of the major languages.
How many languages do you speak?
No, I only speak 2.
Right. And of course, one of the most famous Tamil language film in Malaysia is Appalam. That came out all the way back in 2010. He also co-directed, wrote, edited, and acted.
And you like that one, right? You were telling me.
Yeah.
Right?
I do.
Like,
and also the achievement and awards.
It's Gaga over here.
And achievement and awards wise, all if you want to talk, and then I think Sasi cannot talk the whole day today.
Right. Oh, so Sasi, you were actor first before you became a director for sure, right?
Yes.
And how was that like acting?
My first passion is acting. So after my high school, I decided to go into film school. Actually, I went into geometric engineering because of the pressure of the family.
Okay.
And then, of course, after that, I joined the film school, and then I did my diploma in multimedia production.
Right. Okay.
So
For kids going to school first,
yeah,
it's important they do their studies first, right?
Definitely.
Finish that one, then you can do whatever you want, right? So that's the only way to convince the parents.
Do something really good first, and then pursue your passion.
Okay. Then go on. Then from you acting, then.
Then of course, because my first passion is acting, and then after my studies, then I realized that there's a whole bunch of network behind the scenes. So I wanted to learn all of that. So that's why I entered a film school. I studied all of that. As I graduated from my film school, I worked as a production assistant in a commercial house for a couple of years. And after that, by accident, I joined in as an editor. And from the editor, I became a cameraman, audio man, and then I dropped the job as an assistant director, and then I became a director.
So they can't mess with you because you know how it goes, right? Right? If you've been there, done that.
Because it's my passion. I wanted to learn everything.
Yeah.
So that I when I am there as a director, nobody will say that I don't know or it couldn't be done. So that's why I learned everything.
Did you feel like, when you were acting, maybe like you feel like there's so much more of you to offer?
Definitely, yes.
And it's difficult as an actor only just to express all that, right?
I was fortunate that whichever character that I do, the director usually gives me a lot of freedom, so I can express my way of that character that I'm portraying.
What character do you think you portrayed the best and is your favorite till today?
I would say I played a stroke patient, but that was a short film, and that was a character that I really loved because it was not me. It was totally a different person that I played. And actually, even after shooting it for a week, my hands were crippled.
Right.
Everything I do, my hands automatically will go back
because you put
to the
yourself
person.
In that position.
Because I put my mind into it. Then after that, as I'm doing all these commercial roles at the moment, it is all usually fun comedic roles, 1 or 2 serious roles. Recently, last year, I did a lead role as a gangster. So that was
KG is a natural man.
Big what?
Look at those eyes, man.
Yes.
I hope the camera's catching that.
No, I'm not on camera.
The mustache is there though.
Yeah.
I'm a very nice comedic film.
I see you got a movie role. I tell you, I'm your manager, okay? All right. And then from there you moved on into being a director, right?
Yes.
So being an actor, how do you practice being natural? Like you said, I know you immerse yourself into that position. You become that person. If you have to act like you're like that, you get into it.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and then becoming a director after that.
As an actor, of course, I'm still doing acting. And whenever someone chooses me to do a role, usually, like I said, I'm very fortunate that they give me a lot of freedom to play with my character. So it is like either how Sasi would play the character or how the character naturally will be.
Right.
For instance, like if you're playing a teacher, so it is about how Sasi would be a teacher. Or it depends on the director. If he has made a character in his mind and he wants me to play that character, usually he will explain to me, and then I'll do my research, and then I will play that character until he is satisfied.
Right.
So the main thing is the director must be satisfied with whatever I'm performing.
Right.
And then as a director, I have my own characterization or characters that I would like to portray in my films. So usually when I write my own film, there's a film language. So in whatever language that I'm directing, end of the day, it's the film language that is important.
That's the one most of us don't know about.
Yes,
that is
yes.
the very first time hearing that, the film language.
Yeah.
What is that all about? Tell us more
Film
about
language is when there is a format when you shoot. So this is how you shoot it, and this is how you should portray it on screen.
Right.
But it also goes down to the director's creativity, how he wants to portray that story or how he wants to tell that story.
Correct.
So that is where film language comes in. Where, for instance, it's say you are showing a grilled window. So in film language, it shows that you are captured in. So you are in like a jail,
Captivity,
like a cell.
yes.
So that is sort of what film language means.
Right.
So how you show
the
that
hidden messages behind
hidden messages. Yeah.
When I was growing up, I saw them shoot a Chuck Norris film in Penang.
Oh.
And it was at Padang Kota Lama.
Uh-huh.
And they had like 2 or 3 house grills, like the gates
Right,
that.
right.
And they wanted to pretend there's a palace behind. But there was no palace, right?
There's no
So
palace in
they were
Penang.
taking a walk and they were just like going past the grills. And there were fellas at the back there running and bringing these grills and running and putting in the next place and running and putting, and the camera moving slowly.
Yes.
And I mean, like, film is making what's not there.
Well, with Chuck Norris, it's a bit different because he's the king. If you know what I mean.
It's the snake guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Norris. Oh man, so you've had lots of ups and downs and all kinds of things, and then you have to basically you got to be very Malaysian
Definitely.
to know all that kind of stuff. Where did you grow up?
In various places. I was born in Negeri Sembilan, and then I was brought up in Kuala Lumpur, Pahang, and then my primary school was in Kluang Johor, and my secondary school was in Port Dickson.
Such a colourful.
And then as I finished my high school, I shifted to KL. My parents were still in Seremban, but I shifted to KL to study, and I've been in KL all this while.
Right. Wow. So when you wanted to become an actor, your parents hated it, or they were like, okay, go ahead.
They were like, okay.
All right, let's see where this goes.
But then because in SPM I got first grade.
Oh.
So in my mind, I know that I won't get a public university. So I already decided to go into film school. But I don't know to say whether it's unfortunately or fortunately, I got a public university. So, of course, my parents said, do not miss this chance. It's not easy to get a public university.
Right.
So I decided to, okay, fine. I'll do what my parents want me to do. So I did that, which is totally out of my whatever that I was imagining to do. But then, of course, after that, I pursued my.
But isn't it lovely that everything just fell in place for you?
Yes, of course, they were proud when I graduated as the top 10 student in my film school. So they were proud. But they still usually will tell, I don't know what is he doing. He's doing something in the cinema, but he's doing various things lah. That's how they say to the relatives.
Right.
So they don't pinpoint like, okay, he's actually doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you like there must be some people like for me I know of Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah.
And then later on George Lucas, even admiring a person like that, a director like that. Who's your favorite?
My first favorite director is Bharati Raja, Indian director, and Balu Mahendra. And then when you come to Western, of course, Akira Kurosawa is where in my film school we studied all of his movies. And also Satyajit Ray. And in the modern times, Steven Spielberg, Michael Bay.
Right.
And different genres have different directors in the Western world.
Right.
So they each choose a genre and they do. For me, myself, I would like to explore all genres if possible, if I'm given the opportunity. So I would like to do all of it. So I have what do you say? I have an idol in each genres actually.
All right. And which one is just natural for you?
Mostly comedy.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, comedy is much harder than drama. That is for sure.
Definitely, right?
Trying to be a funny person naturally is actually quite tough.
Yes, it is.
Right.
They have a saying. They say comedy is a serious business.
Yeah, comedy is
Yeah.
a serious business.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of comedy, right?
Yeah.
So, like, how do you make it
Funny.
Yeah, I mean that seems like a simple question to ask. So that's why I was trying to, but it's a very hard question to answer. How do you make yourself?
You can't try hard,
I
right?
have no idea. I have no idea. But the characters that they ask me to play, I will play them as honestly as I can. But somehow the audience that see it find it funny. Even lately, I did a telemovie where I'm supposed to tell a horror story. As I even begin to tell my horror story, my co-stars start laughing. They couldn't act. They say, "Anna, I cannot see your face," and I just start laughing. So it was like so many takes. It was RTM Palaya TV telemovie. So it was like it was 7 to 8 takes, and then we ended up, okay, let me tell the story in my own shot. So they were not on frame. They were only on frame like for 2-3 seconds.
Right.
And then they shot my whole story and then took them separately. And because when you shoot them separately, someone has to cue them my story. Even I didn't tell the story. The director told the story, because whenever I tell the story, they start laughing.
They start laughing.
So-
And time is wasted again.
Yeah. So that's how it is.
It's very tough to be effortlessly funny.
Right?
It's very tough to be.
Anyway, as a director, how do you motivate your people to be, to inspire them to when they act?
Because fortunately, what I do is scripted. So we know exactly what we want. So of course, the actors who are playing role in my movie, they would practice the lines, and then they will come and check with me first if they're going to add in any lines or anything. So I would not have a problem on set while I'm shooting. But if the material that they are giving, for instance, like a comedy material, so they usually are very witty with their words. So if they're giving a good material, then of course I will continue to shoot. But if it's enough for me, then I will call the cuts.
Right. So I'm sure you got to be very straight with people, right? If they can't act, you just got to tell them like, "Hey, bro, sorry that." Right?
Has that happened to you?
Only once.
Okay.
Only once. But then most of the time, fortunately, I had very good actors. Very good actors.
Right.
Been
So
working
people who go there, even if it's in a comedy, like you said, it's got to be really serious.
Yes. I mean, you can have fun, but you have to be intuitive with your character and what you're doing. So on set, when the camera's on you, you got to be serious of your work, but then be happy with what you do.
Right.
I can echo that sentiment because yesterday I was watching a stand-up comedy, right? And during the stand-up comedy, the artist Dave Chappelle, he said, the job is serious. I am fun.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool to know that because like the job will always be serious. It's how what you inject into it. It's always what's on your insides. Yeah.
If you really go into all these characters, actors, the most comedic person that you see, if you see him in real life, they would be very serious and very quiet.
Yeah.
Most of them.
like like Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Remember, right? And he's such a funny guy.
Yeah.
But off that, he had so much of his own demons going on and stuff, right?
Exactly.
So yeah. Anyway, we want to come back later on. We want to talk about some of your challenges and challenges. Like for now, what kind of qualities, if you're talking about an actor or actress, what kind of qualities you look for? I know it depends on the roles also, right? But in general, what kind of roles, qualities should they have?
Qualities in the sense of discipline, and a lot of research, and not to they have to be for me as an actor, usually it comes natural to you. You are a natural person who can act. But if you think that I want to be an actor, you take a course and you do it, you will learn what you need to do in front of a screen. So mostly is discipline for me.
Mostly discipline. We'll be back. Sasitharan K. Rajoo, movie director, actor in the studios of TraXXfm for In 34 on TraXXfm.
On the radio, and on the net, playing your favorite music 24/7. This is TraXXfm.
34 RTM radio stations, one voice, every Friday to Sunday from 3:40 to 4:14 p.m. Join us for 34 minutes of pure Malaysian talent. Explore local art, hidden gems, and more. Tune in to TraXXfm and be part of the cultural celebration.
In 34 on TraXXfm, our guest this afternoon, Sasitharan K. Rajoo, Mr. Movie Director and Actor himself over here in the studios of TraXXfm. What is the first project you directed? And what did you learn from that?
Okay, the first movie that I directed, I was working as a co-director. It was called Appalam. It's a film, Tamil film. After many years, the first film was Nanur Malaysian, and after 24 years, we did a Tamil movie on film. So that is my first direction, because I was a co-director for Aflin Shoki. Aflin Shoki was the main director. And then my full-fledged own direction was Kasut Emas, a Malay telemovie for RTM.
You're like these football coaches, right? Some of them can play football, but they can't coach, right? Right? Yeah, correct. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's a different quality in a person that you got to have altogether. So for you to be able to act, and you're not just you know what do you call it? An ordinary actor, as I'm being told by KG, right? You know, so yeah.
Yeah, because you should see his range. You should see his movies.
Yeah.
His range is amazing. From the comedy
Very
to
versatile.
the pure seriousness, yeah, it is a range.
Yeah, so not everybody's gifted like that, right?
Absolutely not.
So what do you advise somebody who's trying to get into acting and wants to be an actor or actress someday?
Definitely you have to know the basics. So get into a workshop or a film course. And
Are these available easily in our country?
yes, there are a few, but it has their own timing lah. So there's a lot of theaters which give you a chance to learn acting from child actually. So at least when you go through those classes, you know a basics of acting. But because they teach you theater acting, so you have to adapt yourself when you come into film. So yeah, but definitely do your course, but at the same time, do not lose your identity. You must be unique so that people will identify you and they'll call you again for characters.
Right, and there's also the forgive me if I'm naive with my questions, because but we don't know what a lot of movie people go through, right, KG?
Yeah, we don't.
And sometimes we think like this person can't act to save their life and all that. What is it that an actor or actress is really going through?
Okay, there's a okay, when you are doing a role, it is two things. Either you will portray how you would do that character. At the same time, the director might have a different perspective or a different view on that character. But for me, end of the day is you have to fulfill the director's wishes. Even though you think that it is wrong, but end of the day, director is the captain of the ship. If he wants you to act in certain way, because that's how he conceived it in his head, and we have to do it. We have to do it. If you are lucky, you can consult with the director and tell him that, okay, this is how I would like to portray the character, but you can only do it when you already created a name for yourself.
Right.
If you are new, just shut up and do what the director says.
Yeah, listen to that, yeah.
What? That is actually very good advice.
What inspired you to say that?
I'm pretty sure there must have been reasons. But I got another question. What do you like about the industry?
It's the excitement and the entertainment that they give you. See how cleverly I put those two in? No, it's the experience. It's the experience, because when you're passionate about something, you will never be satisfied. You will keep on exploring more and more.
Right.
And that is what makes me go on till now, because I still want to do a lot of things. I still want to explore a lot of characters.
I think you're a junkie. You're addicted to it.
I am.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because your ideas just keep on exploding,
Yes.
and more things come along with every single experience that happens, man.
True.
Such an exciting thing to do.
True.
Absolutely. And okay, follow up to that question. What you like, what you don't like about the industry?
There's a lot of red tapes. There is a lot of there's no freedom for you. In a lot of platforms, you don't really express your talent, because we have a lot of red tapes lah.
Right.
That's the only thing lah. And another thing is comparison. People, our audience like to compare our product with an international product. Because they don't know the things that happen behind the scenes.
Correct.
And usually it's about budget. So when our budget is very, very small compared to international movies.
Yeah,
Right.
very true.
So what we can do is with that small budget, we can give you a good movie, definitely. We can give you a good movie, a good product, but do not compare it with others.
Yeah.
Because our culture is different, our tradition is different than them.
Right.
So for myself personally, I would like to show the Malaysian tradition, the Malaysian movie, how we speak, how we dress up. I don't like to copy what the Westerners or our peers in the Indian cinema or any Hollywood cinemas, what they do.
Right.
We have our identity. That's what I want to show. But the audience, because they have seen Hollywood movies and Bollywood movies, so for them they have created an idea. This is what filmmaking is. This is what movie is. So when you give them something different, some accept it, some don't. So
Right.
these are the
I
things.
think it's more interesting to actually be able to give you so much with less.
Yeah.
And that shows how creative you can be. Like some movies can just be in a room and 4 or 5 characters coming in and out and going out and just saying things and leaving you glued to your set watching, man.
That sounds like the intro to Reservoir Dogs, doesn't it?
The movie is called Adaimalai Kalam. It was shot a few years back, and we released it last year. The movie is about this guy who accidentally dies in an accident, but he's not supposed to die then. So the Grim Reaper, who is actually an ex-Cupid.
I thought you were going to offer me that role right now. Okay, go on.
I played that role.
Okay. I'm Grim Reaper, man. I can wear an outfit.
No, it's a funny Grim Reaper.
Yeah. So he gives another chance for him to live back his life, but it is in a fantasy world. But he doesn't know that. So that's how the movie goes.
Okay.
So even when I'm acting, it took me a few days for me to even comprehend that idea.
Right.
Okay, and the director is Karthik Shamlan. He's a very good director in Malaysia, and we did the movie as fun as possible. And and then
I wonder where the touching moments were.
there was a lot. Because at the end of the movie, people came out from the cinema crying. Literally crying. So we haven't got that for a long time.
What's that make you feel like when you see it happening and it's something that you've
It's
done?
really, really amazing feeling when people relate to you, relate to your characters, and they actually come out and really grown men crying and say that, you really touched me through the movie, even though they know it is made up, but somehow or other we were able to touch people's heart. So that gives you an amazing feeling when you go back.
Right. What are you going to be doing, man? What are you going to be doing next? What are you going to be doing?
So the next is, of course, we have a few scripts in hand, and of course, getting the right investors and the producers is the biggest journey. So as soon as we get a good investor and a producer, we'll be doing a couple of movies this year.
Fantastic. KG,
Yeah.
we have 2 minutes left. Get him to put us in one of his movies. Come on.
There is one character in the Tamil movie world. The movie is called Ratta Kannir. The actor is M.R. Radha. He acts as a leper. Actually, he used to be a very rich playboy, and he will actually go in get a disease, and then the character that is played is so iconic until now that a lot of people just wish that they could get a character similar to that. You can never do that role as he did it, but somehow a similar role to that in order for you to show off your talent.
Right.
So, but of course he did it in a breeze. It was so natural for him.
Yeah.
So those kind of characters like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and so on.
Right.
So a different character, and of course my biggest idol is Kamal Hassan and Sivaji Ganesan, and he has done like so many roles. So I would definitely like to do one of those kind of roles where you are not yourself, that you have to put a lot of effort to bring that role to life on screen.
How far would you go? Would you eat a cockroach, a live cockroach?
I'm pretty sure they got props for that.
Yes. So now.
Because you want to have that face and the effect of the eyes tearing up and everything, man.
Yeah, but not so method lah. not so method.
He's not
lah.
Jim Carrey doing Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And directors, in the sense, of course, I like to work with a lot of directors. Like I said, everybody has their own strength. So I'm still exploring. I still want to do a lot of other characters than comedy characters. So
Yeah.
And we wish you all the best. We want to
Thank
see
you.
a lot more of you. We wish you,
Thank you
all
so
the
much.
success in all that you endeavor from now on. And we'll be looking forward to seeing
Yes,
more from you.
yes.
And the fans will be looking forward to. Where can they find out more? Is there a site that they can go to and find out about you?
You can go to my Instagram page. It is my name, Sasitharan K. Rajoo. Also the same name in Facebook and TikTok. So you can go there and see my work, and also contact me via Instagram for any information if you want to work with me.
Mr. Sasitharan K. Rajoo, movie director and actor. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
My pleasure too. Thanks for having me here today. It was really fun. Thank you.
34 RTM radio stations, one voice, every Friday